Greetings out to the interweb, and Parax 11 review of the good, the bad, and the underrated. Well, we've finally come to this, the final episode of Gravity Falls.
We had to wait a whole 3 months for this after part 2, and considering how much had already happened, we were worried if this final part would be able to measure up to it. Our heroes have managed to survive Bill's henchmen and save Mabel from the perfect prison, but now they need to save their town. Not only was this event huge for the characters, but fans like me had tons of hopes and worries. How could they defeat such an all-powerful menace? Would the characters get satisfactory conclusions? Why did Blended run off? And would our favourite ships get paid off? Let's find out as we take a look at Weirdmageddon Part 3. This episode starts exactly where the last one ends, with Dipper, Mabel, Seuss and Wendy coming to the shack to see Stan and all their friends taking refuge there.
And is Pacifica wearing a potato sack? Hey, even in a sack, I still look better than you.
Sister, didn't you hear? Potato sacks are last apocalypse season. Cardboard boxes are the rage this season. Shaw.
Hey, is anyone gonna feed me? Larry King's disembodied waxhead wants num-nums.
Why would a waxhead need to eat? Still, at least the title sequence this time actually has the characters in it. Yeah, I forgot, Bill's even affected the intro. Thank her she can't break the fourth wall, otherwise our world would be doomed.
Turns out whatever you and my brother did to the shack with your unicorn voodoo made the crazy place invincible to weirdness.
Continuity.
However, Stan doesn't have any plan other than hiding. He's being cowardly, but then again he can't con his way out of this problem and Bill is basically won, so it's understandable, even though actions like this do start to pile up and make him a bit annoying. One thing I didn't like after Ford's introduction was, although I think is awesome, that he started to overshadow Stan, who's a good contender for my favourite character.
Yes, me relating to a fez-wearing, quick-talking, cynical, or occasionally grumpy guy. What a surprise.
Well, before he was still an underhand con, he did have his heroic moments of protecting the twins, but after Ford came in, he was basically demoted to comic relief, or worse, a non-entity. One of the reasons I really did appreciate his talk with Mabel back in Dipper and Mabel vs. the Future. Man, that episode feels like ages ago. But plot convenience news comes in, motivating the townspeople to band together and rescue Ford.
Bill wants us to run and hide. He wants us to think he's invincible. But Ford told me before he was captured that he knows Bill's secret weakness. If we band together, if we combine all of our strength, our smarts, our whatever Toby has,
Various rashes.
then we just might be able to rescue Ford, learn Bill's weakness, and save Gravity Falls!
Bill then attempts to tempt Ford, but really, after all these years, you thought that would work?
Turns out my weirdness can't escape the magical confines of this town. There's something keeping me in.
Incredible. Gravity Falls' natural law of weirdness magnetism. I studied this years ago.
Oh yeah, not a plan for Blending or even Ford. Sorry for my mistake back in my reviews of part 1 and 2, but really, this is the only show we could get away with just it's there, along with all the other weirdness, just go with it. And Ford, can you just lie to Bill and say that you don't know? You probably wouldn't buy it, but still.
But you can't enter my mind unless I shake your hand and let you in.
You're making this so much harder than it needs to be. Everyone has a weakness, tough guy. I'll make you talk. It's only a matter of time.
Implied horrific torture. You know, for kids. Old Man McGucket then draws up some plans for a giant robot. Again. And then a
Planning and demolition montage! It's not nearly as catchy as a hijinks montage.
What are you? Hey now! Hey, don't touch that! Hey, Because it's the end of the world, and somehow it still always Stan's the screw-up, Ford's the hero.
Well, maybe people think he's a hero because he didn't want to hide in the Mystery Shack.
Well, maybe if he hid in the Mystery Shack, he wouldn't have been captured.
I'm with Stan. What were all of us supposed to do except hide till now?
Ready to talk now?
I won't let you into my mind.
Bill, you realise torture's an inefficient method of gaining information? You're more likely to kill Ford. I mean, who'd think torture would be good for anything other than making themselves look more evil and fat? Yeah, you all know where this is going. The gang then go to defeat Bill in...
What? I just fixed that door!
The coolest thing I've seen since Batman or the 11th Doctor's introduction!
Oh my gosh, it has a T-Rex fist, cow feet, and an arc reactor and a robot steam and tail! The only way this could be cooler is if they fought Bill's henchmen next to a rock remix of the theme. Oh, this is just so damn cool. I know this is coming from someone who frequently binge watches superhero shows and anime, but come on! Who won't want to see Robot Shaq fighting monsters? It's overblown, over the top, and I'm over the moon to see it. Bill then of course realises he might get better results by torturing the kids. Common knowledge for a villain, usually, but then again, empathy isn't one of his specialties.
My eye!
Well, I guess you could say that they just made Bill a dynamite ice cream. What are you doing?
They then use some sweater parachutes.
Not sure if that's stupidly inventive or inventively stupid.
But how are we going to unfreeze them?
I know!
Gideon, what happened to you?
Bill captured me! He's been forcing me to do cute dances in his cage for all eternity! I'm so tired of being cute!
Good, cause you never were, just creepy. They managed to free all the townspeople people from their prison.
My blobs!
Don't you ever scare me like that again.
Yes, my OTP just... I mean, yes, very cute. Incredibly cute. Yay!
Ford then confirms basically everyone's headcanons by creating the wheel from the title sequence that would create a force to defeat Bill, as well as making or breaking headcanons by showing who matches all the symbols, although many were quite obvious. However, Bill destroys the robot, as its shield doesn't extend to the foot, and everyone prepares to defeat him. Anyone else getting an Elements of Harmony vibe here? And of course, they all join together and use friendship to...
Stanley, get over here. You're the only one left.
You realize this is a bunch of hogwash, right? You really think some caveman graffiti is gonna stop that monster?
Oh, it's your best shot at defeating him, so you may as well...
Hey, I'm not the enemy here, people. Don't forget who literally created the end of the world. I spent 30 years trying to bring you back into this dimension, and you still haven't thanked me. You want me to shake your hand? Say thank you.
Fine. Thank you.
Ah, see? Between me and him, I'm not always the bad twin.
Between him and me. Grammar, Stanley.
Oh, Grammar Stanley, you stuck-up son of a...
Oh, god damn it, Stan!
I mean, points for subverting our expectations by not making the wheel Bill's defeat, but come on! You've already sacrificed enough of Stan's likability already. It's believable they'd have a spat, I guess, but they could at least put it aside for the end of the frickin' world! So, of course, Bill comes up, burns the circle, and banishes some of the friends into tapestries.
Way to go, Stan!
You are made of stupid.
But Mabel proves the nostalgia critic wrong.
We need weapons. I wish for a spray can.
What you put? A f***ing spray can? That's the best you can come up with?
As her spray paint is pretty effective on Bill's eye, and Dipper enlarges their prison to escape it.
Run! We'll take care of Bill.
What? That's a suicide mission.
Trust us. We've beat him before.
And we'll beat him again. Come and get us, you pointy jerk.
You two wait here. I've got some children I need to make into corpses.
Is it better that I find that scarier than if he'd simply said he was going to kill them? Also, yes, that was a brick.
Kids are gonna die and it's all my fault. Because I couldn't shake your stupid hand. Ah, Dad was right about me. I am a screw-up.
Ah, don't blame yourself. I'm the one who made a deal with Bill in the first place.
Aw, bonding. And they secretly come up with a way to defeat Bill. Dipper and Mabel reach a dead end, but...
Like Uncle Stan always says, when one door closes, choose a nearby wall and bash it in with brute force.
Oddly specific, but useful. However, the monsters catch the townspeople and the twins are caught, while Ford seemingly surrenders, but...
Gotta hand it to you, Ford. You really know how to clear your... What?
Do a pretty good impression of my brother, don't I? Switch clothes and no one can tell us apart.
I removed my previous "You are made of stupid."
Also,
My only condition is that you let my brother and the kids go.
nice touch, Simmons, making your voice sound a little bit more hoarse. So, in a really intense and heartfelt scene, Bill is defeated by the memory gun and...
Guess I was good for something after all.
No, I'm not gonna cry. Just he's taken to me my tears, like, to feel their tear make. I'm just assuming that they feel themselves on tears, so I'll just focus on all of Phil's weirdness going back to their dimension and the town being restored.
Oh, because he wasn't similar enough to Discord already. But Stan is, of course, without his memories, and...
Oh, hey there, kiddo. What's your name?
Grunkle Stan?
Who you talking to?
Come on, it's me. It's me, Grunkle Stan. Grunkle Stan!
Oh, what the heck?
But one visit to the shack and a flick through Mabel's scrapbook later, and he's back while...
Don't you remember anything?
I'm sorry. I don't know what this is or who you are.
Oh my god, is he really?
God, quit it, Waddles. I'm trying to remember my life story.
Never mind.
So the twins celebrate their birthday and they're entering the most awkward, sweaty and emotionally turbulent time of their life. Have what little fun you can have being a teenager. In fact, all the characters have incredibly fitting conclusions. Stan and Ford go to fight monsters and travel the world. Zeus becomes the new Mr. Mystery. The Dipsificus shippers are all left disappointed. And we must say one last goodbye to the Pine Twins.
Something to remember me by.
You knuckleheads were nothing but a nuisance, and I'm glad to be rid of you.
Why is it so much harder to say goodbye when the show isn't randomly cancelled? I mean, that's more anger-inducing, but I'm not sure what I prefer. Oh, wait, does that mean we'll see even more of Gravity Falls, or we aren't, and it's just for the characters, and Wendy's going to move the next time? Oh, all the mysteries! Hush! So that was Weirdmageddon Part 3. Where do I even start?
Of course, there are a few plot holes and questionable character moments, but this might be childish for me to say. I don't care. Similar to the early Disney movies or The Dark Knight Rises, there are just so many awesome moments and emotional bullseyes that make the plot holes insignificant, at least in my tear-filled eyes. Every single minute you're fearing what may happen to these people you've come to know and love because you know what's at stake. Each character gets a moment to shine, Bill remains cunning and terrifying, there's some great action and every plot and conflict is wrapped up perfectly. I haven't seen a cartoon finale this satisfying since Avatar, my favourite animated show of all time. I know I complained a bit about Stan's presentation, but after he sacrificed himself to save his family along with the whole town, all's forgiven. So, in the end, this episode and entire finale was freaking awesome. Once again, I must praise Alex Hirsch for giving us such an excellent show, and not wanting it to go on for so long, as many animated series, even ones I like, have fallen into this trap.
Mr. Hirsch, I know you're probably not watching, but once again, I need to thank you for 2 excellent seasons of Gravity Falls, and best of luck in all your future endeavours. I am Parix11, thank you for watching.
Welcome to